Hello, welcome to a video on repair of the Villiers Mk15 II and tarpon generating set. You've probably only seen this run once on one of my videos because it wouldn't never run properly. It would always run for a few seconds and then the exhaust would start to glow red. So it's all the paint up there is coming off, it's got that hot. And the thing is, I couldn't adjust the ignition timing, because if you look under the flywheel, I take off this, anyone knows about Villiers would know that's wrong. There's actually no points at all in this engine. Someone had put in like a, I don't know, like a chip. They must have had trouble with the points on this engine before, but I can't time the engine no better than I did. It wouldn't run at all before. So basically, kindly Simon Suffolk, we done a little trade. I swapped him a electric motor and he gave me a Mk10 that he took a few bits and pieces off. But this Mk10 had the Villiers ignition in with the points. So what I'm going to do is put the points in this Mk15. So if I just take the flywheel off, it's a 9/16 socket for that. And what I do, most people put screwdrivers in there, and then you can see that, you break the fins off, like it's been done before. I didn't do that, but that's what happens when you put a screwdriver in there. You'll pry the fins and break them. So what I do is I put a screwdriver in there so that the stops the flywheel and it doesn't damage anything. You got to make sure you don't touch a coil or nothing. And then loosen the flywheel off. On these Villiers, there's no keyway on the shaft. You've just got a taper, and the flywheel nut pulls the flywheel off. So you just got to cracking off like that, and then if you can see, the flywheel comes off by itself. Yeah, so there's the flywheel. And alright. Let's take this off. Then the point set will come off. Right. I haven't worked on Villiers in a few months now, so they are fiddly little things sometimes. You just take the nut off the capacitor or the condenser, and then that will come out. And I think this one might be alright, so I'll put that one right in. And that simply slides over the pin there and threaded nut there. You put that one in like that. But I'm actually going to clean the points first. If I can find some wet and dry around here. A little piece of wet and dry. Just go over them lightly. Shining quite nicely now. I'll put it in, and oh, I'm going to have to take the plate off to get the chip out, so I'll take them off again. And behind the flywheel, or the stator even, you'll see a chip up there, and that's not supposed to be there. So I think it's a posi screw, take that one off. Help if I had a screwdriver. Right, there's a screwdriver. And that chip will come off, hopefully. There we go. I'll keep that one. Probably a few quid, I'm not quite sure. Well, I got the chip out for the ignition, and I'm about to solder on the end here so that the low tension wire from the coil can connect to the condenser and the points. Not very good at soldering, as you may notice, but as long as it does the job, I ain't complaining. Give that a quick wipe off. There we go, seems relatively strong enough, so just attach it to the points. Right, so I've attached the wire to the condenser. I haven't put the nut on yet, but just about to put in the points rocker. Got to get the little spring bit over the condenser, like so. You can see the little threaded piece sticking out. If I can find the nut here somewhere. Which I've probably lost it now, know me. Well, anyway, I'll put this on. This little clip. And that will hold the points in. Well, I should just leave that nut off for a minute, because we'll still be able to test it. Right, here's the cover. And there are two clips that come through holes here. They tend to fall through and come out the other side when it's mounted on the engine. They're quite a pain in the ass. There's another one there next to the coil. They open up. You just put that wire over like so, and then put the clips in, if they'll go in. This one seems a bit short. There we go. A bit tight he was. And the screw should go in through where the points are. It's all lined up properly, that is. doesn't seem to be lining up at the moment. Right, as none of it was lining up, I had to extend the low tension lead, as there's only about that much left on it due to someone messing around with it. So I extended it, and it's all lined up nicely. So all I've got to do now is put the stator back on the engine. Right, I haven't rigged up a stop switch yet, but I can do that afterwards. I just want to see if it sparks first. Screw up the 2 bolts. I believe this is 11mm equivalent. I know it's Imperial. But 11mm fits these. Just hand tight. Don't need to be superly tight. Just the flywheel. Oh, it's because that screw isn't tight. Now I can look in there with the torch. That's fully adjusted. Oh, I'll just see if it's giving me any shock. Don't see any reason why it shouldn't. Yeah. If you just this spare plug might work. I'll just rig it up a minute so you can see. Bit of a lash up, but turn it over a little bit. But I'll see if I can do it. If you can see the spark plug there, that's a lovely spark. So now I've got to just whip the head off a minute, and right, I took the head off, and these engines, the Mark 15s, are set to 1/8 of an inch before top dead centre. That's when the point should start to open. So I'll just have a look at the points a minute, and have a look at when they start to open up. Right, so they're now just commencing to open. So I'll just loosen the flywheel nut. I'll tighten it up a little bit. I can't find my rule at the moment, so I'll just have to use this square. And turn back to 1/8. Loosen the nut again. So the flywheel's just loose so it can free spin. And then turn the flywheel so the points are just commencing to open. Then tighten the nut up. Right, now that the engine's been timed, I'm just about to do the nut up on the flywheel. And again, if you got to look in there carefully and get a screwdriver to bite. Hold the screwdriver. You can't really damage anything when you do this. That's how I always do it anyway. I haven't had any problems yet with it. There, just creaming off of it. And that screeching sound is just the brushes on the generator. So I'll just put the cylinder back on again. Right, I went ahead and put the whole lot back together. I put a bit of fuel in the carburetor, but the fuel tap cork's gone, so couldn't put nothing in the tank. There's only 2-stroke, so we'll just see what happens. I don't have a clue. The choke's on. Well, it runs anyway. Give it another pull. It is 11 o'clock at night, so can't really make too much noise if I can help it. That's probably because the carburetor's out again. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. And what I'll do is I'll get the fuel line that sorted and I'll make another video of it running in a few days' time. Now, thanks for watching.